Hello there, this is Nick here from Nick's News and Reviews. We're doing a stand-up introduction this time, so that's new. Apologies for the background, and when we get a few more subscribers on the channel, then I might invest in some clever green screen, being somewhere clever like Barbados, but at the moment we're just in some shabby back room. With poor lighting, of course, which isn't great. Okay, what we're going to do today, we're going to review Turmoil on the ZX Spectrum, written by David Taylor and produced by Bug Byte in 1984. What happens in this game? Well, you control Mick the mechanic. He works for a rich oil sheikh, but he's done a lot of work for this rich oil sheikh, but he hasn't actually been paid. So instead of taking his employer to an industrial tribunal, he does what anyone would do and hatches a plot to steal his collection of classic cars. Of course he does. This is done by filling up the cars with oil, then driving them off the screen. The oil can also be used as an offensive weapon, as he's chased by Arabs all over the place. So let's just see how Mick gets on. Yes, so roll the tape. Yeah, just press play. Okay, cheers.
And here we are, it's loading, program Turmoil, there we go. So Turmoil on the ZX Spectrum by Bug Byte Software. There's Mick the mechanic there and the Arabs, so it's him versus them. They haven't paid him for all the great work he's been doing, so now it's time to fix up their cars and steal them as any honest mechanic would. So it's level A. We just picked up the oil can here, some Arabs are coming out the side. Now this game I can only describe as frustrating, because we've got this spring here, but it's not the most accurate spring, and immediately springs Mick into an Arab. Damn, curses. So we've got to collect the oil from the top there. You see the oil dripping onto that conveyor belt on the top right, if he ever gets up to it. Then once we've filled up the can with oil, then we've got to drop the oil, as he dies again, over that blue dotted grate you see on the bottom left, and that gradually builds up elements of the car. Now, there's 26 levels in this game, aptly starting from A, as we are here, and finishing on level Z. The cars start off at the bottom of the Arab Sheikh's classic car collection, expensive car collection. We start off with a humble Mini, and then eventually on level Z, we're then making a Formula 1 car. Yes, he's got more money than anything, this Arab. Yeah, but he's losing a good mechanic in Mick. He should really pay. Right, and annoyingly, this can, you just wait here filling it up with the drips, but the car, to form the car, always takes one more drip than the can would hold, so it's going to take at least 2 trips. Now, in computer game terms, Mick the mechanic is probably the most useless graphics character, because he's unable to jump. You don't get many characters in a platform game that can't jump, but Mick's one of them, if not maybe the only one. He needs a spring that isn't very accurate at all. Right, so we've got the oil. See, we've formed a bit of that Mini there, about half of it. We need to get the rest of it. The enemies on this game are always Arabs. There was a remake done on the PC, I think. Tried to be a bit more political correct. Instead of Arabs, we got robots, so I don't know what the story is there. If we drop any oil and the Arabs land on it, they immediately slip over. That's not a very nice thing to do. And this is also one of those games where it never ends. What do I mean by that? Well, you spend, as a kid playing this game, you spend the best years of your youth getting to level Z. You complete level Z, you think, cool, what's going to be the game over sequence? You're ready for it, and then this level A just comes up again. They weren't big on game over sequences, the ZX Spectrum games. Oh, and Mick takes it again, but thankfully the can's already filled with the oil. We're off. So he hasn't been paid, but we've already stolen his Mini. I'm just wondering what work Mick could have done, which he hasn't been paid for, which equates to the cost of 26 cars, ending in a Formula 1 car. Yep, so that's a new element to this level. You've got that swing rope, which the Arabs can also take. The grate's slightly smaller this time. If you go off one side of the screen, you immediately appear on the other side, like some weird teleport thing. So the Arabs obviously have got things like TARDIS technology, or some other thing. Right. So you can't jump, but if he goes on that blue arrow thing, It does jump a little bit, so we've got, see, we're just one bit of oil short. Let's get rid of these. Now, if it takes too long, another Arab will turn up on that hut on the right, so we have to avoid 3. Oh dear, this rope isn't accurate. So we've got a cross. That Arab person is trying to do it as well. The Sheikh's guards. Level B. Only 2 lives left, so we're not going to get to level Z on this, I can guarantee it. Let's just see if we can steal 2 minis off him. I'm not sure they're the minis out the Italian job. I'm not sure there was a film called the United Arab Emirates Job. Michael Caine would have been good in that. I won't do any Michael Caine impressions. I almost did then, but we didn't blow the bloody doors off, and the car's gone. So we've got 2 cars off them to level C, and this is probably where my skill level is going to end. Oh, that isn't very good. Arrows could kill me there. Oh, that's... No, they're obviously not very good at looking at stuff. They're a bit blind. Right, there's 2 grates here, an option of either side. Some odd platforms going across. We've got to time this. So it goes across once. That's, yeah, there we go. So all about time in this bit. But even if we don't get on to all 26 levels, I'll certainly show you them in a screen capture. So don't worry yourself there. You will see the whole game. As I say, no game over sequence, you won't miss out there. The Arab's got the time right, so we better leave this town. Yes, but each level, although they do look different, so they've done a good job there with the limited spectrum abilities, are made up of platforms, ladders, conveyor belts. Oh, I just died there, we'll probably have another go. So platforms, ladders, conveyor belts, swinging ropes, and springs, of course. Let's see if I can get further than level C this time. But tend to lose all my lives, mainly on this first swing, as I did there straight away. Got killed by 2 Arabs. There must be a way of doing that spring. Some person who's better at this game can maybe tell me. Just walk onto it and hope for the best. And the best of sometimes, in this case, bring a disaster. But there's some footage from an account called RZX Archive, something like that. It shows the whole game, going from levels A to level Z. But no friendly commentary, it's all a bit unhuman. Not many people at the moment putting up Spectrum footage with commentary as well. So I'd like to see a bit more of that. There's a chap I've been talking to called Harold Gonk. You might want to check out his account as well. He's got some good game footage and good commentary also. In particular, he's back to school. The sequel to School Days, he's actually completed it, and kudos to him, because I never got anywhere close. Come on, Mick. Right, there's a bit of the car. See, I just can't do that spring, unless I want to kill myself. So I think we're doing even worse than the first time round. See, my gameplay quite often won't be the best, but at least it'll give you a flavour of the game, and maybe bring back some nostalgia for when you also was pig awful at it. Unless you was brilliant straight away, then my apologies. But this is real gameplay. This isn't any practice 30 hours a day, if that's possible, and then show them something. This is what the average Joe would have done. Not Angry Joe, of course. That's a different channel. People actually watch that. This is the average Joe. Right, I think we've got the oil. This car's done. That's your mini done, Mr. Sheikh. What sort of place is this as a spring to get up instead of a lift? They just got ladders. Right, straight away, we're not messing around. Yeah, you can't jump, Mick, unless you're on a blue arrow. Good. But a well put together game, this, a good idea. Quite original. I like it how they didn't go down the normal route, although I said he was useless, that Mick can't jump, so that adds a different dimension to the game that others didn't have. Quite clever. 26 instead of having level 1, level 2, or names using letters. They've obviously thought about it, Bug Byte. Bug Byte also produced Manic Miner, of course, although this wasn't written by Matt Smith, who did Manic Miner in his teenage years. This is by a chap called David Turner, which I don't know too much about. But he's done a really good job here, so well done to him, wherever he may be. You're supposed to also collect these tools that turn up. There's like a wrench or something on the far left. I don't know what it does if you don't collect them. Apparently the Arabs get angry if you don't collect them. They couldn't get much angrier, they already killed me 13 times. all I'm trying to do really is get paid for an honest day's work, and now steal your cars. That's it, we've got that one. That's 2 minis. We've only got 1 life left, so we go to level C, and that's probably where I'm going to die again. But as I said, one way or another, I will show you all 26 screens, because the game does preview them very quickly. I'll see if I can slow it down a little, so you can get a rough idea of what might happen. Do 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 do. What music is that playing in the background? Do 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 do. Okay, that's the oil. Come on, Mick. I think Mick needs a new job. Obviously, it wasn't working out in the UK for him. Thought I'll go out to Dubai or United Arab Emirates. They pay lots of money there. He did good, honest work, and then this rich Arab sheikh didn't pay him. What's the moral of the story there? Do not know. Come on, Mick, mechanic. Good that his name goes with his profession. Mick the mechanic. You can have Ben the baker, Peter the policeman, Mick the mechanic. I'm not sure what else he could have done. What other occupations begin with M? Mick the mole hunter. I don't think that's an occupation. I think I've just made that up. Right. Oh, I thought we was going to do it then. That arrow's turned up right at the wrong time. Let's go back up here. Only got to get 1 more. It's a disaster. Oh dear. Oh dear. That's unfair. And they ended my lives twice over. Deary me. So, showed you A, B and C legitimately. Mick the mechanic versus the Arabs. Let's see if we can show you all levels. Here we go. So it's A. I won't announce all letters. B, you saw that one. Saw that one. Now we're going into uncharted territory. Yeah, so as you can see, as I mentioned, all levels are made up of platforms, ladders, conveyor belts, and swinging ropes, and springs. But I don't know how long it would have taken to do this. Over an hour, I presume. I've never seen the remake with the robots. If you've seen that, maybe post here. Was it as good as this? Did it look the same? Very enjoyable game, I'd say, in part compared to some others, but very frustrating when any level where you got any of these springs about the place. 26 levels. Those people know how many letters are in the alphabet. If it was the Greek alphabet, of course, they wouldn't have it as many, so think yourself lucky. If it's Chinese alphabet, we would have had a lot more. So, I don't know if this game's in China, but you're proving harder to complete. That's good logic. Y. And this will be the last level next. Z, yes, there we go. So that's been Turmoil. Until next time, goodbye. Goodbye!